Hello and welcome to Taste of Europe. I am your host, Joe Sorrentino, and I'm a Needham resident. For the next half hour, I will guide you on a journey through 10 different parts of Europe. We will visit London, Paris, Switzerland, Milan, Rome, Florence, Venice, Innsbruck, various parts of Germany, and Amsterdam. My sister Maria took this footage on our recent trip. This show will expose you to international cultures and give you a sense of European history. Many tour groups offer a safe and comfortable way to take in sights. This particular tour was called the European Whirl and was set up by Trafalgar Tours. It allows sightseers a chance to go to many destinations within a short amount of time. My sister and I visited all 10 of these places in just 2 weeks. So now, without further ado, our journey through Europe begins. We started our journey with a bus ride in London. We saw a statue of Admiral Lord Nelson in Trafalgar Square, and Achilles from the Wellington Monument in Hyde Park Corner. We also found a statue of Winston Churchill in Parliament Square. We drove past the gateway to Buckingham Palace and saw a London guard on duty. We watched people sitting by this large water fountain in Trafalgar Square and drove past the Church of St. Martin's and the London Tower. Then we drove through the theater district. A little later on, we took a boat cruise and saw the Tower Bridge and several other bridges along the River Thames, including the Victorian Road Bridge. We also came across a large battleship and got up close to the London Aquarium. After our boat cruise, we took a stroll through Leicester Square. We walked by Crystal Rooms Gambling Casino. Then we found a spot to get discount tickets to shows. We discovered a few nightclubs around the area. And we stopped for a bite to eat at Chiquito Restaurant and Bar. Then it was off to the famous London Eye, where we could get up close to the historical Big Ben. And later on, we got up close to Kid Brother Little Ben. We ended our adventure in London with a boat ride crossing the White Cliffs of Dover. This journey would lead us into the beautiful city of Paris. After our boat ride, we arrived in Paris at night, and we were greeted with accordion music and fine dining. Then we got to see the Eiffel Tower sparkle at night. We learned that the tower only sparkles for the first 10 minutes after the top of every hour. But it's just as beautiful, all lit up, even when it's not sparkling. Our tour guide told us the second floor had the best view from the tower. And we got a chance to check out that view the next day. And what a sight we had. The city looked spectacular from up above. After our visit to the Eiffel Tower, we spent some time in the famous Louvre Museum. The sculptures were divine. Some of the more recognizable pieces we saw were the Winged Victory and the very well-known Venus de Milo. The wall paintings were exquisite. We spotted Delacroix's famous Battle of Liberty, among others. Napoleon made an appearance in multiple paintings we saw. There were also many biblical figures, from Mary and newborn baby Jesus to the Last Supper. And of course, we visited the most famous painting of all, Mona Lisa. In addition to containing the most world-renowned paintings, the structure of the Louvre was a work of art in itself. Priceless crown jewels were displayed in glass cases. As we left the Louvre, we got a look at the underside of the Louvre Pyramid designed by I.M. Pei. We continued our journey of Paris on a boat ride as we passed by the Louvre, the Musée d'Orsay, and some of the beautiful skyline of Paris. Then we took a bus ride. We saw a fortress, fancy hotels.
Just for hotels. Inspector Clouseau works here. The big panther.
We drove by the French Academy.
With 40 men in charge of protecting our language. The third bridge.
Some famous bridges. The church that holds Napoleon's tomb, and other memorable sights. Then we took a funicular ride up to the famous Sacré-Cœur. And had a great view of the city. We visited a gift shop in Montmartre. And we took a bus ride downtown and stopped by the famous Moulin Rouge. Then we closed up the night with an amazing show at the Nouvelle Eve.